Fantastic Four issue number 40. We are starting off the Reckoning War. We had the Alpha issue a couple weeks back. I didn't love it. And I saw Dan Slott's comments online. I think there is some really interesting stuff at play in this book. It's very Dan Slott. It's very space epic-y, Fantastic Four-y. I think the part I didn't like about the beginning of the book was like, oh, it's hyped up to be the biggest thing in the world. And it's like, I thought you did this exact story already. But maybe not. I didn't hate this issue. I would argue to say it's great. I think it's fun, mainly because it is very much Reed Richards just being the smartest guy in the room, which I'm okay with. I feel like we've stepped away from that a little bit to do standalone stories, so I'm fine with it. In the last issue of The Reckoning War, Reed put a big bubble on his head. He got all this like knowledge and cosmic power bestowed into his brain, and it gave him like unlimited knowledge. So he's going to use that here to find the cause of what's going on. We open up this book and we see the Reckoning. His name is Wraith. He has come to take his place amongst the villains of the Marvel Universe, and he has captured Quayer, one of the Watchers, and he kills him, just like kills the guy, turns him to bone and breaks it, and just that, you know, this guy's intense. It's not Uatu, so don't worry, we didn't kill our Watcher, we just killed a nameless one. Well, his name's Quayer, so it doesn't matter. But, okay, that's cool. Show the power, kill the Watcher, that's fun, I guess. Then the rest of this issue is just brilliant Reed Richards not telling anybody his plan for anything. So they head back to Earth, the moons are destroyed, everyone's trying to figure out, like, what do we do here? What is the next plan? Reed's like, I'm going to go take something that Valeria built when she was a kid that she used to contact the Silver Surfer. Everyone else is going to like start freaking out and figure out what to do. You see Alicia starts to notice that Nick Fury's back, and okay, fun. It's kind of fun stuff. But again, this whole issue, and some people might take, problems with this. I think it's okay. It's just Reed being smart. He's just commanding the room, and it's okay. He reverts all the Fantastic Four back to their classic uniforms just because it's going to make people more comfortable to see them in like their nostalgic form as opposed to, an insanely modern costume. Like, it's not even a big difference. It's just more different colors than just like, the blue spandex, and it's fine. So Reed uses the device that Valeria made to transmit stuff across the universe to talk to Silver Surfer. He's using it to talk to the heroes of Earth. So he's like, hey, Captain America, you want to stop this fight? You give your shield to Justice, and he'll do some invading over there. Oh, She-Hulk, I see you're of Jack of Hearts. He could be really useful. Could you come back to the shop, please? And then for no reason at all, Moon Knight is just like lying on the ground. He's like crying or something. He's broken. He's like, the moon's blown up. My God, my God's pretty much dead. The moon's dead. He's like, get up. You're a God. Your God's also a vengeance. So get up, be his champion, fight another day. And that kicks Moon Knight's keister into gear, and he gets back into the fray. Why this scene was in there, I have no idea. It seems so random to me because the other characters have at least been referenced in the book before. Why is Moon Knight here? I don't know. And then we see that, like, Nick Fury and Sue are like, why did you just send the unstable man back into the fight, manipulating his mind? He's like, well, he could be the turning tide to help us win the day. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Why is Moon Knight going to be the tide that you used to turn? Whatever. It's just such a weird scene. You guys know I'm a big Moon Knight fan. And I was just like, this is such a random scene that doesn't feel like it's going to have any bearings to the story. It's like, let's just show Moon Knight being pissy and sad, and then he's going to jump into the fray. Weird. Just weird. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just, okay, so if we're putting that in this issue now, it better come back towards the end of the Reckoning War, and Moon Knight better do something different. That's all I'm going to say. That better be what happens. With all of his new cosmic powers, Johnny asks Reed, hey, can you fix me now? He's like, I can, but I can't because we might need you in this strength. So shut up, pay attention, we got a plan to do. As they are doing that, the Silver Surfer summons Reed. He's like, can we talk for a minute? Like, I think we should speak about what's going on here. Cut to elsewhere in the world. We're at Camp Hammond. It's like a superhuman armed forces compound in Connecticut. Doom breaks in to steal a weapon from an earlier story of the Fantastic Four. From issue 25, I vaguely remember what the weapon is. It's just like, you get it. It's just a MacGuffin for the story. Because it's not a Doctor Doom story if he's not doing something that's going to help everybody out in the end. Like, that's just what you do when you're Dan Slott, right? In this character, it's fine. So, Silver Surfer bestows the knowledge that he has just figured out from everybody. He's showing like, hey, here's what we're fighting against. They are destroying worlds. They're getting people to work together. Like, all these people now have new weapons. They're starting wars across the galaxy. We got to deal with that, right? The Shi'ar are probably the next target. We should really like try to save the Shi'ar. Like, the Marani are attacking them. We have to focus on that. Reed's like, okay, would you be able to help us, Norrin? Because you're like the most strong guy in the world. He's like, I can't. I'm in another book right now. I might be a part of the Thor story. I'm not reading Thor, so maybe Norrin's in there doing the Herald Assault of Asgard, and you don't say what side Norrin's on. So we cut to Asgard. There's Norrin with like the body of Galactus and all the heralds. Yep, there it is. There's that other book going on, which is very Dan Slott. I will say this about Dan Slott's writing. The guy loves Marvel Comics, and he is well aware of everything going on in these comic books. Aside from that weird moment with Moon Knight, he definitely is paying attention to continuity and like the current ongoings of these books. That's pretty fun. I do enjoy that a lot. So we see Reed's like, okay, if we go to fight these people, it's not really going to do anything, so we might just like leave them. Like, what is that going to do? And he's talking about like the Spire, which is like the planet where Johnny met Sky. Sky was bound to be his soulmate forever. And Johnny's like, are you serious, dude? They're all going to be slaughtered. I'm not going to let that happen. So Johnny blasts out of the room and he's just pissed off. He's the human Firestar headed out into space. And everyone's like, Reed, what the hell are you doing just letting planets die? He's like, don't worry. It was all part of the idea. Johnny will fix it. Now that Jack of Hearts is here, we'll use Jack of Hearts in the Fantastic Four. And he's like, please don't make me do this. I love it. Again, bringing Jack of Hearts back for no reason. I'm all for it. Like, why not? No one's doing anything with that character anyways. Throw him in here. It makes sense to me. During all of that, Reed finally has like a sense of normality coming back to him, and he goes up to Sue and he's like, I know I'm freaking you out. I'm trying really hard to keep all these thoughts in my head, but it's really scaring me and I don't really know what to do. And I can tell this is not going to end well for me. She's like, it's going to be fine. I know you're terrified of what's going on, but we'll get through this. It can't be that bad. He's like, okay. It's going to be bad, though. When we get to the end of the book, we'll see. So the plan is we're going to go through the Forever Gate, go to the Shi'ar Empire, stop the Marani from attacking them. Ben says his goodbye to his kids, but Alicia keeps getting this weird feeling that something isn't right. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to give Alicia the powers of a Watcher, because that would just be silly, but she's had 2 premonitions in this book where something hasn't felt right, and then something weird happened. So I'm not saying it's going to happen, I'm just saying something might happen with Alicia. So we head to the Shi'ar Empire, but before that we actually see the Watchers being invaded. They're like, okay, this ain't good. Looks like we're going to have to go to war. Cool. And then we head to the Shi'ar space. All of the Imperial Guard is destroyed. They've been knocked down. They're just in the grass. We're like, okay, that's not good. And we see the big, powerful, sexy lady who's taking everybody down. And then Ben's like, oh shit, that's Rapture. She's the one I saw in that vision of our future where I die because you can't save me, Reed. That's the one. That's the girl. Why is this all happening? Reed, what's going on? What are we supposed to do? And he's like, don't worry, Ben. I've been thinking of all this. We don't have a choice on that, but I got an idea. And basically, what's being said here is that all of the knowledge that is flowing through Reed's head, everything happening to Reed, it's killing him, and he sees like he'll be dead in 3 days, and there's nothing he can do about it, so he's going to try his best to stop the world from ending. Cool story. I like that. A good place to end the book. I actually really don't hate that. I think it makes sense. Like, you're doing a big event, Fantastic Four-led, Reed gets infinite power. This is what you do. Because at the end of the day, Reed's going to act like a dick, but he's still going to be the hero. So I think that's kind of fun. I did kind of breeze over a lot of this book just because it is throwing a lot at us. And if you really want to get into like the weeds of everything, it's something you're going to have to just like, go over thoroughly, because there is so much being said here. There's so much about like the warring planets and who's on what planet and who's doing what to destroy it, or other heroes are in terms of the Marvel continuity, what's going on with everything, why is Johnny like this, why is Ben feeling this way, what is Doom up to. There's so much going on. And I feel like just going over every little detail is going to just be either tiresome or so dramatic that I don't really want to do that. All I'm going to say is it is a good book. It's not the best book I've ever read. It's not the best Fantastic Four book I've ever read. But it's a strong read. It's very fun. It's very cool. It's better than the first issue of Reckoning War because it's showing, like, on a more galactic scale that the world's falling apart, which is kind of cool to see. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets better. But as far as the Fantastic Four book goes, it's very Reed Richards heavy, and that's what I like to see. So, Fantastic Four, issue number 40. I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.